Okay, we're up and running on YouTube, and we'll be recording. Okay, since we have counsel present with, and they're zooming in for Roosevelt Williams. Mr. Perkins, are you ready to go on Mr. Williams?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, we're going to go on the back guard. Calling. Case number 210-57221, People State of Michigan versus Roosevelt Williams, aka Roosevelt Williams III, aka Devon Tracy Dickerson. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please this honorable court. My name is Todd Russell Perkins, P 55623, appearing on behalf of Mr. Williams. We waive any formal reading of the warrant and complaint in this matter, or the charges in this matter. I think the warrant has been excused because of the bond that's been issued. We waive any formal reading of the charges. Stand Mr. Williams mute. Respectfully ask the court to enter a not guilty plea.
Thank you. Court, waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom public cause conference date, May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom clear examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
As the bond, Your Honor, my client was writted out. I believe, I can't recall the judge who signed the writ, but he was writted out, granted a personal bond. We've done every effort to make sure that he's going to follow through and reappear on this particular matter. He's currently in my office. We've met with him perhaps 3 or 4 times. He has myself, not only myself, but also Gerald Evelyn and Robert Higbee as lawyers. We take this matter very seriously. He will reappear. I would ask the court to continue the bond that was set when he was released on the writ.
And to your knowledge, you know what that dollar amount was?
It was a personal bond.
Was there any particular I mean, I know it's a personal, the court understands it's a personal bond. Was there, just so that the dollar amount of the writ is consistent with what the court sets for today? Do you know what that is?
You know, I don't know. I think Mr. Vassal Johnson did the writ. I just picked up the case thereafter, and I have the actual bond receipt. Can I go to my front desk, Your Honor, and grab the bond receipt?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Hold just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Where's that bond receipt, Sorry, Your Honor. I'm back. The bond receipt actually says no to cash deposit / writ, and it says personal bond. It doesn't say an amount. I'd ask the court if the court would enter a $10,000 personal bond.
So noted.
Okay. Thank you.
So no, thank you, counsel, and thank you. The court appreciates that update. The court just wanted to ensure that there were no concerns, that there's no monetary amount indicated on the writ itself. The court will set it at $10,000 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, your client is not to possess, purchase, or control or have any components of a firearm or any components thereof. Or is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much. And
okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care. We are concluded. Okay, next is, okay, we're going to go to the DDC over to the men's side, but we also have to wait for our MIDC attorneys, one of them to join us so we get an update. It's a relatively small docket on the men's and women's side, and we're also waiting for the counsel to dial in.
There are more calls coming, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Hi, counsel, you need something else? Were you on here on another case?
Yeah, the staff, your staff indicated that we were trying to check and see if you have a warrant or a package for Russell Monier, Monier.
Well, at this time, the answer is no. You meaning that it's something that would have come in today?
Yeah, he actually times out today. So if they don't do it, then he'll just be released, and we'll work on it, follow it up pending.
Okay, well, two thoughts on that. One is that right now we still have cases that are coming, so we don't know whether or not we don't have a final list. We just have, these are just the files that we have in front of us that are ready to go right now. So it's not to say that it isn't in the pipeline. So if anything, we'd have to refer you back to the criminal division to see if it's back there now or if it's getting processed. But right now we don't have that file.
Okay, I'll check with them. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Okay, Counsel Jones, are you checking in on a case? We saw you come in.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you have a David Stewart or a Danielle Henry?
We do not have Stewart, but if you heard us from earlier when Counsel Perkins was asking, we don't have a final list just yet. We still have files getting worked on. So, okay, give us those names again.
Danielle Henry, and then
we don't have that.
David Stewart.
Right now, we don't have either of those names on our list, but we don't have a final list just yet. If anything, we'd have to refer you back to the criminal division to see if there are any developments back there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Good morning. You all right?
Good morning. Doing well, sir. We have a partial list, but we do have some files. So I can tell you the files that we have, and maybe we can match that against what you have for interviews.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
On the men's side, we have Adrian Hall. On the men's side, we have Maitam Al-Hattaf. We have LaRon Pickett.
Got all three of them.
Okay. Also, out of the Wayne County Jail, we've got Devin Hall and Marcus Brown.
We still need to interview him, right? He hasn't got a hold of it yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll set those aside. Just give us an update when you can. And then on the women's side, so far, we have Whitney Humphreys and Crystal Sharp.
We have both of those two.
Okay, great. Tell you what, I mean, if you can stay here and we can join in with DDC, we can get those going.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, we're in.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. We're still waiting for files to come in. We have the following three on the men's side. Stand by.
What am I going to do? These files? On the bail bonds was calling to find out if the bonds are on
need it, so it's on, showing the accurate bond. She just wants to verify if it was like.
Why does she feel this is a discrepancy? No, I'm just saying to myself, why does she feel this is a
I don't
discrepancy?
know, I guess she's thinking it was. She's saying that there are two different bonds, one defendant for different types of bonds.
Would you write it? No,
No,
that's-
that wasn't
but
prepared.
that can't happen though, can
I
it?
know.
Yeah.
Yes, they can. So the thing is,
She just wanna know what the bonds are, so
I guess it confirmed that that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't have a niche yet, so let me get the niche.
Right,
And
so
go
that's
from
what's
there.
right, so she thinks that maybe. She's asking to see.
It's correct. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You doing okay?
Doing all right, yes, ma'am, thank you, take care.
Have a good day.
You're the same. Okay, hi, DDC. Okay, here's what we have. We have Adrian Hall, we have Al Hataf, and we have Pickett on the men's side so far.
Happy.
Okay. And we might have an update standby. Do we have an update, sir?
We just got Aaron Padilla.
What is the name?
Aaron, yeah, Aaron.
She said this is what we got.
Oh, okay, well, we don't have a file just yet, but we're still getting files. So, hi, the three that we just gave you on the men's side, that's what we have in hand, ready to go, sir.
Just those three. I'll be right back. How are you, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Doing well, sir. Happy Monday.
Monday. Here we go.
All right.
You want to 4 days with time? Away, black line. This way, fellas. Down the steps this way.
Hi, your name, sir?
Pickett.
Okay, Mr. Pickett. This is case number 200-44043, People State, Michigan versus LaRon Waverly Pickett, AKA LaRon W. Pickett, AKA LaRon W. Pickett, a different spelling of the name, AKA LaRon Pickett, again, different spelling of the first name. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of the Ron Pickett. My client waived his right to formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, so stand mute.
Call away the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date, May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Austin Garrett and Esteban, sir.
Your Honor, my client indicates to us that he's a 42-year-old lifelong resident of Detroit, Your Honor. He indicates that he has no prior assault or criminal conviction, Your Honor. He doesn't have any other charges. And, Your Honor, this is an old matter from 2019. He doesn't have any charges pending in the meantime. Unfortunately, he worked at Amazon, but unfortunately, he's on medical leave right now. Probation for, not on probation for, he understands no contact with witness. But in this matter, Your Honor, we're asking could it potentially be no assault contact with witness. Actually, my client, this does stem back from 2019, he turned himself in. This was never arranged before, so they never had no contact order in the first place. And him and the complainant witness are still together, actually. They are still together. And, so respectfully, if he does have to have a no contact order, then we take a no contact order, Your Honor, but we're asking for no assault contact, because as my client explained to me that they are still together right now, and that's why we're asking for that.
Thank you. All right, and DDC is bond, are there any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Right, counsel, and the court appreciates your representations, including your client's significant long-term ties to the community, including family and residential, and also, as you described, the dynamic between the parties. Court is also going to take an opportunity to review the contents of the file. Stand by.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So now you're going to have everybody else. Can't get her talking about morale. What fucking morale? We got morale.
Okay, counsel, again, the court appreciates your representations, including one, the court is cognizant that this is from an alleged matter from just around 2 years ago. But the court, what's concerning is that this is an aggravated assaultive offense under the category of domestic violence within the context of a domestic relationship between the parties. What's particularly concerning is part of what is in the file at the time of this alleged incident was what appears to be an extensive assault. Again, these are alleged upon the complainant. And despite your representations as of the current status of their relationship, it includes the court is reviewing part of the file. And again, counsel, you may or may not be privy to this, but part of what the court is considering as a part of the bond or conditions of bond is that during the course of this alleged assault, that your client allegedly pulled the complaining witness out of her vehicle by the hair, punched her multiple times in the face and head, and said, quote, "If you call the police or tell anyone, I'll kill you," end quote. That's a concern because the court appreciates that this was a period of time ago. However, the court has a concern about ensuring safety of the community, including that of the complaining witness, because what appears to be a part of this alleged incident is a threat in the event she reveals anything about this alleged assault to anyone, including don't call the police. And what's concerning is whether or not if the complainant truly feels safe. Is it possible that they are, quote, still together, and that your client made a point of indicating that to your office? Perhaps the complainant is operating under a not so subtle threat that if she reveals or discusses anything about what happened about this alleged incident with anyone, he will kill her.
Very understandable, you know what I mean? And as we did mention, there are allegations in the phone, and those are facts that need to be brought in front of the trier of fact. But at this point, I did explain to my client that if you can't get a no assault contact, he's not going to have that. He's not going to be able to have any contact with the complaining witness, or he doesn't really need him. So he doesn't live with the complaining witness. She doesn't live with him, and respect he has for a person.
I'm sorry, you're saying they do or do not live together
They do
now?
not live together now. She doesn't live with him. He does not live with her. She does not live with him.
All right, counsel, here's what the court is going to do. And again, the court has indicated its concerns on the record. And again, the court is balancing it with your representations, including his ability to post bonds. The court is not going to require that because, again, the court is remaining cognizant of the fact that this is from an alleged matter from about 2 years ago. The court is going to do the following. Call will set bond in the amount of $10,000 personal bond. Your client is going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, Shadona Pittman. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this personal messages to her through third parties, and no contact order of extends her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Counsel, that is not only for the safety of the complaining witness, but also to preserve the integrity of the case. This case needs to run its course. So the most important thing about this case is the no contact order, because and again, bond or conditions of bond are subject to review at any time. Therefore, if your client demonstrates that he is complying with this court's no contact order, then his attorney of record will have an opportunity in the future to address bond or conditions of bond, but he needs to comply with that while this case is pending and needs to run its course.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything further?
No, thank you.
We had to get together and tell Carl, bring our own morale.
And if the court hasn't indicated this already, no contact by means of social media, directly or indirectly, so no contact whatsoever. This has to run its course. Is there anything further?
Not at all, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
This way, LeBron. Mr. Black, bullpen 3. Next round, up on you, brother. Go ahead, bullpen 3. Leave mask on at all times, nose and mouth. You're gonna step on that white and black line, say your first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Hassan.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105524, people say Michigan versus Maytam Al-Hataf. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of top, and my client waived his right to formal reading, understand the constitutional right to understand.
Call waive the formal reading and to a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom public cause conference date May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom clear examination date to be determined in front of Mr. Archer and as to bond.
That's fine, Your Honor. My client is a 32-year-old lifelong resident of Michigan, Your Honor. He has no prior assault convictions, Your Honor. Works at a gas station, high school graduate, lives here in Michigan with his wife, Your Honor. He's not assault allegation.
Thank you. And did you see as to bond, are there any holds?
He has holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes account representation of the community client significant long-term ties to the community. Also, this is non-assaultive. And also, while he does have other outstanding matters in other jurisdictions, it doesn't appear, again, this particular matter is non-assaultive. Given those elements, court does believe he will return on his own recognizance. Court will set bond the amount of $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You step away from the camera.
You are set.
I do have holes. What is that? What if I tell them?
3 different. Oh, you just deal with that later. Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, your name, sir?
Adrian Javon Paul.
Thank you. Calling case number 190-55545, people said Michigan versus Adrian Devon Hall. Counsel?
This is Brandon Byrd on behalf of Adrian Hall. My client waived his right to formal reading, understands the constitutional right.
Call waive the formal reading and to a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is Zoom probable cause conference date May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom claim examination date to be determined. Also at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer and Judge Devon.
He also considers that he has no prior criminal conviction. Unfortunately, he's unemployed right now, so. Here is really back and forth with his mother, his brother, Your Honor, like he was as a child, his daughter, and respectfully, Your Honor, this isn't an assault allegation against you.
Thank you. Do you see his bond any hold?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes account representation, including your client's significant long-term ties to the community, including family ties, as well as a stable residence, albeit between two different residences, but they are with family. Also, these are non-assaultive charges. Given those elements, court will set bond the amount of $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Step away.
All right. DDC, that's everything that we have at this time in terms of files and matches on the men's side. We are informed that we have 2 files on the women's side. By any chance, would there be an officer available on the women's side? We just kind of get these off our plate, or do we want to wait?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll get from one over there.
Right, we have 2 over in the way. Okay, so we can take the 2 on the women's side. Is that correct, ma'am? Yeah. Okay, thank you, ma'am. We'll see you shortly.
Hello, ma'am, what's your name? This one is what they're supposed to. Please, right? Yeah, you start this one, man. They want to find out. Yeah, man. You're going straight down to, the last one, right? Definitely say first and last name. Here you go.
Copy. Your Honor, are you doing all 4 females?
Be advised, ma'am, we only have 2 files just yet, so we have files ready to go for Humphreys and Sharp at this time.
Copy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just Humphreys? What's your last name? Have a seat. Miss Humphreys? How about Miss Sharp? Come on, Miss Sharp. Keep your face mask on at all times. State your first and last name. Crystal Sharp.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Sharp, we have your attorney present, but before we get to the case with your attorney present, we do have some traffic misdemeanors to cover first. These are 93-day misdemeanors, so we're going to end you. These are cases where you missed a court date. So we're going to get you a new court date, set a new court date on these tickets, and when you do attend these court dates, they will be by Zoom conference, which is the video teleconferencing technology that we're using today. You're going to receive instructions on how to dial in for your Zoom court dates with your judge on these traffic matters. And when you do attend, and also you need to keep attending these court dates until your judge tells you that you're done, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, calling fee ticket 104-7268 for Michigan versus Crystal Yanis Sharp, and you're charged with misdemeanor counts 1, 2, and 3, driving unregistered or entitled vehicle, improper plates, a driver license not valid or improper license, you missed a court date, it's going to be personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Heat ticket 825807, you charge driver license not valid or improper license, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Heat ticket 897722, you charge counts 1, 2, and 3. Driving a registered or entitled vehicle, driver license suspended, and no insurance misdemeanor, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Heat ticket 897868, you charge with improper plates, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Ticket 1056268, you charge with no operator's license in possession, you missed your due date, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Ticket 1545115, you charge with no operator's license in possession, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Also, ticket 332822, your charge with counts 1 and 2. No operator's license in possession and no insurance. Personal bond, no dollar amount listed. These tickets are misdemeanors. The penalty that you could receive is 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. Do you understand the charges that were read and the penalty that you could receive on these tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, equivalent to a not guilty plea on your behalf. You have a Zoom pretrial date set for pretrial and a review date scheduled for May 20, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday. District Court in front of Christopher Blau. With any criminal matter, ma'am, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one on your own, the court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. At this time, the warrant is set aside and that bond is continued. Okay, stand by. We set to finish the paperwork and then we'll be with your case with your attorney in just a moment.
I got
Yeah, we gotta get them to take it at the same time, I'll bring it back to CP.
Oh, thanks for letting me
That's,
know.
Whitney.
Your phone cloud is not here yet. You look for it. No. I know you people call.
Okay, calling case number 200580221, people say Michigan versus Crystal Eunice Sharp, counsel.
Fine, waive your right to formal reading, understand rights and duties.
Go with formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom probable cause conference date set for May 17, 2021 at 8:30 of the 36th District Court, followed by Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. Also, the 36th District Court by Zoom in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
Fine, Your Honor, what crime is indicated to 39-year-old lifelong resident of Michigan, Your Honor. She also indicated that she has no prior assault. Years of sales associates with and every gas protected as is expected, good with other Americans. She the government. And I understand that this is assault of allegation, Your Honor. My client understands no contact with the complaining witness. He is an older man. Working the year, almost a year ago, Your Honor, so bad that he was on period. And no contact with the complaining witness. There's no problem.
Thank you. Did you see the bother any hold?
She has holes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes account representation including your client's significant family and residential ties, and also the pandemic notwithstanding, prior to that, she did have gainful employment and other stable ties to the community. And also, the court does take into account that this is from a matter almost a year ago. Given those elements, total set bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond. More importantly, while this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Tiffany Coakley. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. So no contact would also extend to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
Not at all.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
All right, this way, lady.
I got a personal one.
Okay, so, was somebody else gonna get it, and you said I had homes? I'm not. Okay, thank you.
Look. Put your mask back on.
Put it back on?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hi, your name, ma'am?
Whitney Humphreys?
Okay, calling case number 210-57318. People say Michigan versus Whitney Humphreys, aka Whitney Humphreys, different spelling of the name, first name, and also known as Whitney Suzette Humphreys, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, Brandon Bird, on behalf of my client waives the right to formal reading, understand the constitutional rights to stand here.
Go away the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Counsel, let's go to the bond argument first, please.
Fine, Your Honor, my client is she's 27 years old. She's 27 years old, been in Michigan for 5 years, Your Honor. She indicates to us that she has no prior criminal history at all. Stay-at-home mom, receives cash assistance through her age. She did include different for paying monetary bond. Not on probation or parole, does have some college behind it, Your Honor. And the state it goes. The state is serious. Respectfully, I understand the serious nature of the allegation that this
Thank you. Do you see his bond or any hold?
He has no hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes into account your representations. Court is going to do the following. The court is also balancing the nature of the charges, which are very serious charges. The court does, however, has also balanced it with a review of the file, and each case is taken on a case-by-case basis. The extent of the charges notwithstanding. The court is going to do the following. Court will set bond in the amount of $100,000 personal bond. More importantly, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complaining witness. Tamiko Steele, no contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to place of residence and place of employment. No social media contacts directly or indirectly shall be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. The tether component, along with the high personal bond, is again based on a review of the file, the nature of the allegations, the seriousness of the allegations. Court also balances it with the charges. But the court does believe that this particular set of circumstances, along with a high personal bond and the tether and a no contact order, will be sufficient, because the onus is on your client. If she violates any portion of the no contact order in any way, shape, or form, and that's actually the most important thing about this case, if she violates the no contact order in any way, shape, or form, she will be picked up and she'll spend the rest of this case in custody. So if she cares about being able to be there for her family and her children and be able to keep her safe from COVID, court is also taking that into consideration. She needs to maintain that no contact order. That is paramount. Is there anything further? You're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. I'm sorry, the date is May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Archer. Is anything further, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, DDC, that's everything we have. When we get an update, we'll let you know. We'll see you on the other side.
Copy.
Thank you, ma'am. Seven checked in.
In the back, turn out hits. She'll be here in a moment.
Mitch, for what kinds of cases?
Criminal cases, the rest of the ones that we didn't complete.
Everything that I have, I've got everything, I mean, we've done everything except for the 2 out of the county.
Okay, yeah, there's more on the list.
Oh, no, I only had this one. Got it. Okay, thank you. Okay, no, that's great.
Already one of them, but I believe the court may not file it, is that correct?
Well, we have 2 files out of the county. We have Hall and Brown.
I'm ready on Hall.
Okay. We just need them to call in. So, yeah, when they join us, we'll talk about the update on that one. We do have a final list. We're just waiting for more files, actually. So right now, the only 2 that we have are the 2 from the county, and that's it so far. So once we have more files, we'll be all set. Let me ask you this: what do you have for interviews?
9, 10, 13, 15, and 19. But I do know that they are currently being interviewed. Would you like me to tell you? I didn't really answer your question. Would you like me to tell you who is it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Hall.
Okay.
Humphreys.
Okay, we did. Actually, we did Humphreys already, so we did Humphreys and Sharp. What else?
Hall.
Okay.
There's 2 Halls.
Well, we did Adrian Hall for the RNO. Who's the other Hall? Oh, Devon Hall is out of the county.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So we did number 7.
So I'm waiting on here for 9 and 10. I have 11, 12. Record.
Okay, I think we got the county coming in. I think we can get those.
Early and
Bottom, got it. Okay, I think we've got the county coming in now. You said you have both or just one on count?
Should have both. Let me grab the other.
Okay. Hi, county.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, we're just waiting for the second interview for the MIDC attorney to join us in the courtroom. I think she's going to get the additional paperwork for Brown, but otherwise we should be all set on Brown and Hall. If you can bring Hall in front of the camera first, I think they know they have that one ready to go.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now, Your Honor.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think they're bringing Hall first. Hi, your name, sir?
On Hall.
Thank you. We are on the record. Calling case number 2105705, People State Michigan versus Devin Durrell Hall, counsel.
Morning, Your Honor, Justice Shabbat, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Hall, believes formal reading, understands his constitutional rights and stands.
Court waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, stand by. All right, court waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. Also, the Thursday District Court found Judge Archer and Esteban.
Your Honor, Mr. Hall is 33 years old. He lost his job while in jail, so he is unemployed. He is a high school grad. He lives with his aunt. He has some kids. He has his aunt's support. We have her contact information as well as his mother. We have all of his contact information. He, Your Honor, understands the no contact order, has no issue with it. He does suffer from mental illness, Your Honor. He is on medication for that. He has not received all of the medication that he needs at the DDC. I believe he's only received medication for the depression, but not for his mental illness, Your Honor. His aunt does, watch over him, take care of him, make sure he's doing what he needs to do. I'm respectfully asking the court to keep the strong family ties in mind while determining bond, Your Honor. I understand that he's a very serious, the count one is a very serious charge. However, it is an allegation at this point, Your Honor. It does have a little bit of age to it since it's February 2nd. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a reasonable bond here, Your Honor. I know the court is not going to be able to do a personal bond on this type of charge, but I ask the court to give a very nominal bond, Your Honor, or if the court is inclined, even a very high personal bond if possible with house arrest, Your Honor, just so he can be home, he can be under the supervision of his family, can get back on his medication, Your Honor, and he can get the treatment that he needs.
Thank you. Okay, and County, if you're there, do you have any hold information? Okay, that's fine. All right. Counsel, thank you very much. Court does appreciate the information you provided and your representations, particularly his significant family residential ties, and he does have family support. Also, that you have proactively addressed what is going to be a no contact order while this case is pending. Court is going to do the following. Court is going to set bond in the amount of $50,000 personal bond. Also, no contact with complaining witnesses Shirley Oliver and Detrice Barnes. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them through third parties. No contact order also extends their places of residence and places of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. So it's going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Court is going to mark the file medical in the event that your client has any holds or there are any concerns about while he is in custody. And also, the court did note that a review of the file shows that at least one of the parties on this, one of the complainants has an active personal protection order. So to supplement that personal protection order, he's not only under orders with regard to the civil personal protection order and the criteria of that, but this court is also putting emphasis on what is this court's no contact provision, because if your client violates this no contact provision, he can get picked up and he can spend the rest of his case in custody. So if he cares about his liberty and the ability to avail himself of medical care and medications and to be able to manage everything for himself as best as possible, he's going to be mindful of that no contact order because he's in the driver's seat on this. Because if he fails to because if he violates that no contact order, if he fails to comply with this court's order, he's going to get picked up. So if he cares about that, he's going to be mindful of the no contact order. Anything further? Okay, and also again, the date is May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Archer. Anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. We are concluded. identify your name, sir?
How you doing? My name is Marcus Brown.
Okay, great. And for your safety, sir, please keep that mask over your nose and mouth. Just you can speak through it. We can hear you, okay? That's for your safety while you're there, sir. Calling case number 2105610, APIP Submission versus Marcus Anthony Brown. And Madam Counsel, please be advised, we also, oh dear. Uh-oh. Stand by. Be advised that somewhere we lost our Zoom connection. Stand by. Something. Okay, county, stand by. It looks like we might have gotten, the court may have gotten put out of Zoom. We might have to reboot, but just stay right where you are and we'll be right there. Okay, stand by, folks. We might have to reboot. For some reason, we need to be able to reconnect to establish the Zoom link. We're going to restart. Stand by. Okay, we're still recording. Stand by. We're going to reestablish our Zoom link. Okay, we're still streaming live. Let's make sure we've got everything in here. Okay, hi, thank you everyone for your patience. Apologies, the court, for some reason, we lost our connection with Zoom. Can everybody hear us? Counsel Scott, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Brown, is that Mr. Marcus Brown on camera? Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. We are here. We've got everyone present. Calling case number 210-5610, People State Michigan versus Marcus Anthony Brown, also known as Marcus Williams. Madam from MIDC, your appearance for the record, please. Okay, thank you. And also on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Natea Scott on behalf of the people, P78816.
Okay, thank you. All right, as counsel on behalf of Mr. Brown, call away the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 26, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Followed by Bloom preliminary examination date, Zoom preliminary examination date, May 3, 2021 at 9 o'clock in the morning at the 36th District Court of Front Judge Giles, and counsel as to bond, please.
Yeah, Mr. Brown is 19 years old. He was doing home improvement. He does have his GED. He's not on probation or parole. He understands no contact order. He lives with his mother. He has her support. I believe she may be watching YouTube. He also has his sister's support. We have all of their contact information as well. Your Honor, this incident appears to be allegedly from January 28, 2021, does have a little bit of age to it. These are allegations, Your Honor. Again, very young, got the family support. He wants to take care of these matters, Your Honor. I understand these are very serious allegations. That's what they are, allegations at this point. I'm just respectfully asking the court to keep in mind, Your Honor, his age and family support, and that he's not on probation or parole. He did take advantage, and get the GED. He was doing home improvement. He was on the right track, Your Honor. I believe he still is. He just wants to handle and take care of his matters. So I'm respectfully again asking the court to consider all of that and to consider possible house arrest, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Madam Prosecutor, on behalf of the people, please.
Your Honor, this defendant has another case in which I'm the APA on, which arose 2 days prior to the offense of this date of January 28th. And with that other criminal activity, he does have a bond, and I don't believe that defendant is able to post the bond on that case. But with that said, given the allegations in this case, which are also assaultive, I would ask for the court to authorize a $100,000 cash surety bond, given the fact that he is a danger to this community, Your Honor, and he's continued to commit crimes within days of each other. So this community is not safe with this defendant being on the streets. And so the people are asking for $100,000 cash surety bond.
Okay, counsel, and Madam Prosecutor, just to clarify, you indicated that there is another matter outstanding. The alleged basis of that matter was 2 days prior to this alleged incident. Is that correct?
Yes, that is an assault with intent to murder, for which we currently have an exam date scheduled in May.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, and on behalf of MIDC, Madam Counsel, on behalf of Mr. Brown, do you have anything in response or anything to add before the court determines bond or conditions of bond?
It's just that, Your Honor, these are allegations of that he still has not been convicted of any pending charges that our prosecutor put on the record. So I'd like the court to keep that in mind, his age in mind, his family support in mind, Your Honor.
So noted, thank you. And counsel's court does appreciate input with regard to the bond argument, including counsel on behalf of your client, his significant family residential ties and family and community support, as well as extensive ties to the community, and the fact that he has availed himself of educational opportunities to complete his GED, his education. Court is also balancing it with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, particularly as this case, a particular note is that while these are allegations only, of particular concern is that against safety of the community included an allegation that the items allegedly the subject of the count one was in that it includes an allegation that your client took from the person of another individual a firearm and ran off with that item. Again, these are allegations only, but it does speak to concerns that this court has under Michigan court rules as to safety of the community at large, as well as details in the report in that allegedly your client pointed a firearm at the complainant when the complainant attempted to pursue your client and threatened harm with regard to, in conjunction with a use of a firearm. Again, these are allegations only, but that raises a concern about safety to the community, including that of the complaining witness in that instance. Sorry?
You also confessed to this crime. I have a confession.
Well, the court, well, again, the court, it's so acknowledged, but those are elements that can be borne out at the time of exam and further down, but this is for arraignment purposes only, given those elements, what has been presented on the record. Under the court rules, court also balances it with the pandemic facing the nation, but at that time, that element does not outweigh the seriousness of the charges or the nature of these allegations. As to the incident case, court on this case will set bond in the amount of $75,000 cash surety. No 10%, no early or no 10% or early release. Also, in the event, as to this case, the gentleman, well, actually, Madam Counsel, on behalf of your client, if your client were to, well, let's write that. We'll address that later. On behalf of Mr. Brown, is there anything further?
No, thank you.
On behalf of the people, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We are concluded. All right, you're all set. Thank you, County. We are concluded at this time. Okay, Madam, we do have more. Actually, yes, because we do have files, so we can balance that with what you have in hand. Well, tell you what. Let me go through the ones that I have in hand. Okay, we have Brooks. Okay, Randers.
Yes.
We have Lawrence.
Yes.
Lias or Lias.
Yes.
We have Caudill.
Yes.
Mansell.
Right.
No Mansell?
No.
I think Mansell's on the women's side also, is that correct?
I think.
Okay, got it. Burley.
Yes.
Braham. Or Braham. Breham. Okay, McGinnis.
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
That's everything. Okay, we have enough. All right, we're gonna go over to the men's side. Oh, also, let the record reflect, I think, what we're going, DDC stand by. We're going to put another matter on the record. We had lost our connection with the Zoom, so just, with Zoom, so to make sure that we have a proper recording. Of course, going to place on the record the following. Case number 210-57059, People State Michigan versus Devin Durrell Hall. The counsel appeared on behalf of Mr. Hall, waived the formal reading, entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. There is a Zoom probable cause conference day, May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Also, about that time, at some point, the court lost the connection with Zoom, so the court is again reiterating the basis of the arraignment. Counsel made her representations with regard to the gentleman's ties to the community. Further, that he does have a medical concern, which the court has noted on the minimus. Also, the court, as a part of the bond and conditions of bond and criteria set under the Michigan court rules. That this gentleman does have significant residential and family ties in the community. Court also noted, in light of those elements under the Michigan court rules and the pandemic facing the nation, court set bond amount of $50,000 personal bond, file medical with regard to MI, and also a Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether and no contact with complaining witnesses Shirley Oliver and Detrice Barnes. Court also noted that a basis for the tether was also, in light of the review of the file, included that there is currently one of the parties of the complaining witnesses has an active personal protection order. Hence, the reiteration of the no contact provision and the Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether, and balancing that with the medical concerns placed on the record. Counsel, is that a summary of what was placed on the record for purposes of preserving a record? Okay, thank you. We are concluded. Okay, thank you. DDC, we've got everything. Well, okay, here's what we have. We have Randers, Lawrence, Lias, Cuddle, Early, Braham, McGinnis, and Bennett. And the only thing left that they don't have an interview for is Brooks on the men's side. Otherwise, we can pretty much go down the list with the exception of Brooks for the time being.
Your Honor, our paperwork shows that Andre Brooks was released, Your Honor.
Okay, do you know if that was when that was, or roundabout?
I do not, Your Honor. I will check into it.
Okay, thank you. I'll set it aside. Just give us an update when you can, sir.
You ready? All right. I got Randers.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You said at this time you have everything except for Brooks, correct?
Brooks on the male side.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Hi, your name, sir?
Alfred Randall.
Okay, thank you. And sir, just keep that mask over your nose and mouth. We can hear you, but that's for your safety while you're there, okay? Okay, calling case number 210-57322, People Michigan versus Alfred Randers, counsel. Well, with formal reading, attorney not guilty declaring your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court with a preliminary examination date May 17, 2021 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and Esteban.
23-year-old, Your Honor, lifelong resident of Detroit, is an entrepreneur. He has a clothing line. That observation of parole is assisted. This is not assaulted on the fact that the court is very personal.
Thank you. Did you see why there any holds?
No holds.
Thank you. Counsel court takes account representations, including this is non-assaultive. Court also balances the pandemic facing the nation at this time, again, with this non-assaultive charges. Given those criteria under Michigan court rules, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Okay.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
See your wristband, dog? So we just got personal bond, except for the right, first and last name. Go ahead, I got you. Keep going. Kevin Lawrence.
Hi, your name, sir?
How you doing, Kevin Lawrence?
Thank you, sir. Calling case number 210-57323. Houston, Michigan versus Kevin Richard Lawrence, counsel. Call with the formal reading, attorney not guilty on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference day May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. Also by Zoom in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
He's 27 years old, lifelong resident of Michigan, unemployed at this moment, is a high school grad, participates with churches, and he also volunteers passing out food Your Honor, he's got community ties, he's got family ties, he was his father, and these are allegations and respectfully ask the court to demonstrate personal bond.
Thank you, DDC's Bond Attorney Holt.
Yes, hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account your representations, particularly that these are non-assaultive charges. Also, that but also balancing it with the nature of both the pandemic facing the nation at this time and the other criteria under the court rules, including significant family and residential ties. A particular note, counsel, also is that there's an official offender fourth offense notice. Portion of that is based on a recent, what appears to be a recent conviction for the same alleged offense. So it would appear that your client was just recently placed on probation for receiving and concealing. Unless
I was told he's not on probation or parole. Mr. Lawrence, are you on probation?
I'm not. No. I got off April 7th.
Okay, counsel, unless there's some concern with regard to the basis of this, but it appears that there's an April 8, 2021 conviction, which is the basis for an habitual fourth or part of the habitual fourth. So that might be something your office might want to look into, but okay, here's what we'll do. Again, for the reasons the court has articulated on the record under Michigan court rules, the habitual fourth status notwithstanding, court will set bond in the amount of $3,500 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you. Court date.
I'm sorry, the date is going to be May 17, 2021. At 8:30 a.m. by Zoom in front of Judge Jones and as the bond. I'm sorry, we've already said that. Anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Thank you. White black line, first and last name.
Jeffrey Lyons.
Hi, your name, sir?
Jeff Lyons.
You said Jeffrey Lyons, is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay, calling case number 210-57324, People State Michigan versus Jeffrey Jr. Lyons, counsel.
On behalf of July, we wait for more reading of the standard constitutional rights.
Okay, counsel, let's go to the bond argument, please.
4 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, is employed with NLL Home Improvement, is a high school grad, not on probation or parole, to my knowledge, Your Honor. He understands no contact order, he's got 2 grown children in the area, has support from his mother as well, with their contact information. Your Honor, these are very serious charges, however, they are allegations. He understands, again, Your Honor, no contact, and the seriousness of this, and he understands that he has to clear all of his court case, and we did discuss all of that, Your Honor. So I am respectfully asking the court to set a reasonable bond here, Your Honor, and consider all of it.
So no, DDC is a bond. Are there any holds?
Yes, 1 hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes Scott's representations, including what you've indicated are significant family and residential ties, as well as ties to the community. Of course, also balancing it with the pandemic facing the nation, as well, and an opportunity for your client to ensure his personal safety and health and welfare, but also balancing it with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, which are substantial, and with what the court has, which your office has presented, and the pandemic facing the nation, that those particular items do not outweigh the severity of the charges, and the court also wants to ensure that your client returns to court, and also to ensure safety to the community, including the complaining witness, while this case is pending for the elements stated on the record under the Michigan court rules. Court will set bond in the amount of $200,000, cash surety, no 10%, no early or administrative release. Also, while this case is pending, no contact whatsoever with the complaining witness, Eva Marie Ellis. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? I'm sorry, April 28 is a preliminary examination date for probable cause. Write that. Probable cause is set for April 28, 2021 at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary examination date May 5, 2021 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court of Judge Giles. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
This way, Jeff, out this way. Straight down, push back the bull fam. It's on you, Aaron. You're stepping on the white black line, feel first and last line.
What I do? Oh, you first.
Hi, your name, sir?
Aaron Claudel.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-44524, People State, Michigan versus Aaron Caudill, also known as Aaron Michael Caudill, counsel.
Chair, on behalf of Senator with formal reading of the standard constitutional rights and statute.
Okay, call with formal reading and not just on your client's behalf. Mr. Caudill has a Zoom pretrial date set for May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court of Judge Bryant and Esteban.
He is 30 years old. He has no priors to my knowledge. He understands no contact order. Your Honor, he also is employed with Quicken Loans. He's been there for over 4 years. He did from college. He's not on probation or parole. He lives alone, Your Honor. He's got great community ties. This is charged with a misdemeanor and request for asking the court to consider personal bonds until R and a pandemic or any violation.
Thank you. Did you see his bond on a hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court states counsel representation, including your client's significant residential and family ties to the community, as well as gainful employment in the community. Also, court appreciates you addressing what is proactively addressing what is going to be a no contact order while this case is pending. Plus the pandemic facing the nation, given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $1,500 personal bond while this case is pending. No contact with the complaining witness, Marissa Sherry Cotton. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. The no contact order also extends for place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Go on. Personal bond?
Yeah.
Hi, your name, sir? Hi, your name, sir?
Drink early.
Okay, and please, yep, make sure you keep that mask over your nose and mouth. We can hear you, sir. It's for your safety while you're there. Calling case number 210-57327, People State, Michigan versus Drake Carlos Early, counsel.
Who is formal reading of the standard constitutional rights and statute.
Quote, with the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 30, right there at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and Esteban.
25 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, has no priors to my knowledge, is unemployed at this moment. He's not on probation or parole. He lives with his wife and his Your Honor. This is not assaulted. I'm requesting the court to consider personal.
Okay, thank you. And did you see his bond on hold?
He has hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes counsel representation, including this is non-assaultive and other criteria under Michigan court rules, including the pandemic at this time, as well as safety of the community. It doesn't appear that that is an issue, and your client has significant ties to the community. Given those elements, court will set bond $2,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Yeah, set.
This way, baby. Oh.
Hi, your name, sir?
How you doing now?
Doing well, sir. Your name, sir? I'm sorry, say your name nice and loud. Your name again, sir?
Raymond Terrell Breeham.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Client case number 210-57326, People State, Michigan versus Raymond Braham, also known as Raymond Terrell Braham, counsel.
Justice Shire, on behalf of Senator Graham, who is formal reading and understands the constitutional rights and stands beyond.
Okay, stand by, everybody. It looks like we got put out of Zoom again. Stand by.
Copy.
We have to reconnect. All right, stand by. We might have to restart, but try to. Okay, stand by, everybody. We might have to do a restart, and we'll join you in just a moment. Stand by. Okay, we're still recording. Let's go in. Okay, I think we are back. Okay, I think we've got everything going. Thank you so much. Again, let's just start from the top. Recall in case number 210-57326, people say Michigan versus Raymond Graham, also known as Raymond Terrell Graham. Counsel, your appearance, please. Call with formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom clinical examination date May 17, 2021 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and as the bond counsel.
He is 23 years old, lifelong resident of Michigan, no prior to my knowledge. He lives with his mother. He also take care of her. This is not an assault that I'm practicing, and of course, you consider it a personal.
Thank you. DDC is bond or any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including the pandemic facing the nation, as well as other criteria of the Michigan court rules, which includes your client's significant family and residential ties, and also that he does take care of family and hence the substantial family ties. Also, this is non-assaultive, given those elements. Couple set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms. While this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
What do you mean by that? That's why I have to pay $1,000?
It's a personal bond. You don't have to pay anything.
They actually stay at one, he goes to one.
Hi, your name, sir?
Desmond McGinnis.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-57328, Peterson, Michigan versus Derek McGinnis, also known as Dedrick Arzell McGinnis. Counsel. Full way the formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 10, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom limited examination date May 17, 2021 at 9 o'clock at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Mechanico and as the bond.
He is 10 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, no prior to my knowledge. Your Honor, he was working at a plant, he just got laid off. He does suffer from asthma, he does live with his mother, he's got the family ties, he's not assaulted, we're in a pandemic, I'm respecting for a person.
Thank you. DDC is bond or any hold?
He has one hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes account your representations, including your client's significant family residential ties and the pandemic notwithstanding, your client otherwise had gainful employment in the community and hence just ties. Also, these are non-assaultive charges, so under the criteria under Michigan court rules, court will set bond amount of $1,500 personal bond and no firearms. While this case is pending, is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Do you know my hold is now? HP. I had court for them today. Yeah, you here? Yes, sir.
Hi, your name, sir?
Edward Bennett Jr.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Calling case number 210-573-32, People State Michigan versus Edward Bennett, also known as Edward Bennett Jr. Counsel.
Mr. Chairman, we have Ben with formal reading of the Constitution.
Go away the formal reading and turn I justify on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference day, May 17, 2021, at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom film examination date to be determined in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Your Honor, he's 56 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, is employed as PT as a mechanic. He did do some college at college non-operation for Elizabeth, his wife, and children. He's got great family ties and community ties. This is not assaulted, Your Honor. I'm respect for asking for a personal.
Thank you. DDC is bonded. Any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes account representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties to the community, as well as taking into account these are non-assaultive, and court also balances it with the pandemic facing the nation with that criteria in Michigan court rules. Court will set bonding amount of $7,500 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Counsel, do we have an update on Brooks? Oh, wait.
I was told that Mr. Brooks had at UPC that he was released.
Oh, he was, okay, thank you, DDC. I think earlier, I think Officer Green indicated that Mr. Brooks had been released. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Otherwise, I think that's everything for now. We'll see on the women's side. We have 2 files on the women's side.
Mr. Bennett was released also?
No, I think we did them.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Hi, your name, ma'am? Okay, Miss Moody, please keep that mask on over your nose and mouth. We need you to put that back on. That's to cover your nose and mouth and keep you safe while you're in there, okay? Thank you, ma'am. That's to keep you safe while you're in there, okay? This is case number 210-57321, People State Michigan versus Sharice Moody. Counsel?
Sir, on behalf of Ms. Moody, with formal reading understands our constitutional rights and stands mute.
Okay, counsel, let's go to the bond argument before we set dates.
She is 49 years old, no priors to my knowledge, did get her GED. She is unemployed at this moment and does receive government assistance. She's been in Detroit for over 5 years, Your Honor. She does suffer from high blood pressure and depression. She understands the no contact order. She lives alone, Your Honor. She sees her allegations. We are still in a pandemic. Again, she does not have any priors I'm respectfully asking the court to consider personal bond.
Okay, thank you. Court will waive the formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date to be determined, and it will be in front of Judge Archer. Again, and counsel, there is to be no contact order. Did you address that, and that your client's going to have someplace else to stay? She cannot stay with or be in the vicinity of the complainant.
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Ms. Dewey understands the no contact order, and the complaining list does not list at the address that was needed.
Okay, thank you. Given your representations, counsel, court also takes into account not only the nature of the charges, which include an allegation of an assaultive nature in the context of a domestic dynamic. However, the court appreciates your office proactively addressing what is going to be a no contact order, and also taking into account your client's ability to post a bond. Given those elements, court will do the following. Court will set bond amount of $10,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, absolutely no contact. Complaining witness Roland Mayberry. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. No contact would also extend to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Now, at this time, this court is not going to impose a tether, but if your client fails to comply with the no contact order, bond or conditions of bond are subject to change. So is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
Matthew.
Come out.
Come out.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. Your name? Okay, Ms. Mansell, your attorney is present, but before we get to the cases with the attorney present, we do have a traffic misdemeanor ticket that we need to arrange for you and get you a new court date. Also, when you do attend this misdemeanor traffic court date, it will be by Zoom conference, which is the video teleconferencing technology that we're using today. You're going to receive instructions on how to dial in for your court date, and you do need to keep coming back for all of those dates until your judge tells you that you're done with the case. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, calling case number P423500, people say Michigan versus Arjeanette Mansell, and you're charged with misdemeanor count 1, travel license not valid or improper license. You missed a court date on the ticket. It's a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Also, ticket 482867, you were charged with an authorized license on person. You missed a court date. It is going to be a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. These tickets are misdemeanors, the penalty that you could receive is 93 days in jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand the charges that were read, the penalty that you could receive on the tickets?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. It was noise.
Ma'am, did you hear the charges that were read, and do you understand the penalty that you could receive on these tickets?
Yes.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf as a Zoom pretrial date May 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Wagner. With any criminal matter, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one on your own, the court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, the warrants are set aside and that bond is continued. Next calling case number 210-57325, people say Michigan versus Arjeanette Mansell. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Judge Shad, on behalf of the defendant, is that with formal reading, understand her constitutional rights and stand appeal.
Court waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by.
And why are they worried about the,
Right. Court waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There will be a Zoom probable cause conference date set for May 17, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court with the Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. It'll be in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
23 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit. She has no prior assault as criminal conviction. She's unemployed at the moment, although she did do some college in community college. She lives with her grandmother. She has great family ties. She also helps with care of her grandmother. She has support. I'm respectfully asking the court to disgrace personal bond. These are allegations, Your Honor, and we are still okay.
Thank you. TDC is bond or any hold?
No, man.
Thank you. Council court takes account representations, including your client's significant family residential ties, but also takes into account under Michigan court your client's ability to post a bond, and also balancing it with these charges, which do include allegations of an assault of nature. Given those elements, the court also appreciates further that your office proactively address will be a no contact order while this case is pending. Given those elements, court will set bond the amount of $7,500 personal bond. Most importantly, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, Javon Slater. No contact means no written verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. No contact order also extends to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts, directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. Step away from the camera. Thank you, DDC. We are concluded at this time.
Your Honor?
Yes?
Andre Brooks was released on the 17th, ma'am.
Andre Brooks on the 17th. Oh, goodness. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
That's just a personal bond, you don't show the court.
Oh, okay.
You know that
Okay, Madam Clerk, I don't know if you want to put this on the file for books, just so if they need, I don't know if they need it as a reference, but that's the update when he was released. Hi, is there someone joining us in the Zoom room? Are you trying to check in on the case, Sadie's iPad?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Sadie Hunt. I'm representing Kathy Bell Bonds in regards to Danielle Henry for arraignment today.
Okay, well, be advised, we just finished the morning session. Henry was not on today's on the morning docket. That's not to say we won't have it for the afternoon. Was there something in particular you had a question about?